Hi guys, what's up? I hope everyone is doing amazing. I hope you all had a great weekend. Guys, my weekend was the best. I hope you guys had great weekends too. Okay, so we're gonna wait a couple seconds for people to join. See that it's just me. Hello, we have some viewers! Welcome everyone. How's it going? Okay, so today we're going to talk about 10 things that you can do to become a more successful person, or just to become more successful in whatever you're doing. So for you guys, you can use these ways to help you become more successful in your English learning, okay? So I'm gonna give you 10 ways, and take it however you guys want, and it's gonna be great, okay? So it's gonna be great. And then we're always wanting you guys to ask questions. So if you guys have any questions, or things you want to add to the lesson, that would be so awesome, okay? So just let me know what you guys want. Okay, are we ready for this, kids? Let's do this. Okay, sorry, I forgot to share this with people. How's everyone doing though? Comment down below how you guys are doing. I don't know if my internet's just extremely slow, but I'm not getting any comments right now. Also, nothing is loading, so that's great. But I see that people are watching, so welcome everyone. Really appreciate you all being here. Yeah, we're just gonna chill out for a little bit, wait for everyone to join. Welcome everyone. Oh, we have some comments. Okay, now I see. Safarali, hello. Diljess, give us the best steps. Yes, we will give you the steps. Mohammed Hamid, hello. And Mohammed Kulab, dude, I miss you too. It's been a hot sec. Hanan, hello. Can you push up your music volume? My music volume is way over there, so I probably can't. Okay. Joseph Alejandro Rodriguez. Thank you so much. I appreciate your lessons. Thank you. Dude, you're so sweet. Amin, hello. Abdur, hello. Zain, what's up, man? Mohammed, I'm doing great. Just got out of my classes for today, and now we're doing a live video, so it's super great. Ahmed, hello. Okay, so we're going to begin. Okay, so again, we're talking about 10 steps or 10 ways to help you become a more successful person, okay? Whether that be through English learning or through your job, your career, with your family, whatever you want to take this as. You can use it with whatever you are currently working on, okay? Great, great. Ahmad, hello, Nazmul, yes. Ghanim, hello. Hi teacher, good day, nice to see you again. It's nice to see you all again, you guys are so sweet. Nabil, hello. Joseph, hi teacher. Hello student. Sukesh, Sami. Okay, are we ready to learn? Rahat, I'm from London. Nice. Dude, London would be such a fun place to visit. What have you been up to today? So I had 3 classes today that I went to. One of my classes is my drawing class, so we got to go outside and draw a bell tower for an hour and a half. That was super fun. Joseph, how are you today? I hope you fine. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I am fine. Okay. Let's start. Sorry guys, it is super late and I realize that. But this is the only time I could go live today, so I'm super sorry about that. But sorry. Okay, so the first thing that I have on my list is just to focus on your commitment and not your motivation. I focus more on the commitment that you've made and not so much your motivation, okay? Because for me, at least, a lot of the times I am always trying to think of ways to motivate myself to do things, when instead I should think of why I'm even doing those things in the first place. Okay, so for example, sometimes I'm like, I just need to motivate myself to do my homework, but I should be thinking of why I should be wanting to do my homework instead. Does that make sense? So you need to think of ways or reasons to do things, okay? So that is our first one, is to figure out what makes you want to do something, okay? So again, focus on your commitment that you have made. So for English, why do you want to learn English? What benefits does it have for you? And maybe that, just knowing your commitment, will help motivate you to learn English, okay? Okay. So that is number one. Do you guys have any questions with that? Okay, Rahab. Rahat, what subject are you studying? I'm thinking about studying psychology, but I don't know exactly yet. Okay, say my name, please. Ibrahim Hassan. Hello? You are looking changed? Maybe because I saw some sun. My face is a little darker. Teacher, please visit London and be our guest. Oh my gosh, Rahat, I totally want to. If I had the money to go fly to London, then I would already be on a plane. Tufik, I'm doing great. Okay, sweet. Thank you, Nazmul, for writing that down. Okay, number 2 is to always be seeking knowledge, okay? Always be trying to learn new things. So an example of this, over the summer I worked with a business accelerator company, and so we would have business conferences all the time where these fancy CEOs who owned million-dollar companies would come and speak. And one of the things that I learned from going to a few of the conferences is that you always need to have a mindset for learning and growing, okay? So even these big CEOs of these companies would still, they made it a goal to read an academic book or just a book that teaches you something new. They would read a book every single month. Even though they knew a lot more than a lot of us do, they would still try and always be focusing on learning and trying to grow themselves, okay? I have changed my stream location. Rahat, you're welcome. Ali Atif is from Iraq. I'm from the United States. Nice to meet you guys. Yes, gritty perseverance. Okay, sorry. Haley, you need to learn some Kurdish word. Okay, I'm always down to learn new things. Get it? Because we just talked about it. Razman Amer Mamadou. Hello. Okay, number 3 is to make your journey fun, okay? Because life is hard, and you can always, I mean, there's always stuff that you'll go through that are not fun or that's hard. You'll always have to do things that you don't want to do. And so instead of focusing on that, just try and have a different mindset. Try to have a positive mindset. And try and just be lighthearted and make things fun every once in a while, okay? Because having a job, working all the time and going to school and trying to learn stuff all the time, it can be very hard. And so just try and change your mindset and to make things fun. Try and think of fun ways to creatively do something. So for English learning, you can try and think of fun games that you can do to help teach yourself English, okay? And actually, I can try and help you guys with that as well, because there are fun ways to learn English. I promise. It's not all boring and grammar. Tufik is from Algeria. Mohammed is from Pakistan. Do you know something about programming? I do know a tiny bit about programming. I've never programmed before, but my dad is the head programmer at a company, so he knows programming because he does it every day. The ball is in your court. You may fly to London should you wish to. Rahat, if I ever have the money, I will totally come. Okay, looks like all your students are all men. Am I the only woman besides the teacher here? Yes, Mary, there are a lot of male students. but we love the women here too. Harem, I can visit your country too? Yes. The third one is very helpful. I'm glad, well. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to read everyone's comments. I'm from Pakistan and love from Pakistan. Nice. The topic today is 10 ways to become successful, to help you become a more successful person, okay? Okay. Number 4, get rid of distractions. Okay, this one's a big one even for me. I get distracted so easily, especially at school or when I'm supposed to be doing homework. And so a big thing is to just remove distractions or to train yourself to not get distracted. So examples are, for me, I always get distracted with my phone through texting or social media. And so sometimes I literally just have to turn off my phone, put it away so I can't see it, so that I'm able to get my work done and to become successful in whatever class I'm taking. And also, if you are trying to get better at English, another thing, the same can apply to you as well, is to get rid of your distractions when you're sitting down and trying to study English. Great word. Muhammad, pronounce this word. Q. I don't think it needs the W-E. Okay. How about work with people that they have more experience? That is a good one. And actually, this can kind of go along with, okay, so we just did 5, or we did 4. So number 5, let me hurry and make note, is to surround yourself with positive people, okay? So whether that be people who are mentors, who can be mentors to you and help you with whatever you are trying to do. If you're working, you can try and surround yourself with people who have experience in working in your field, okay? And also just people who will be there to help cheer you on and to motivate you. That is so important, because friends really do make a difference in how motivated you are to accomplish things, okay? And it just makes life so much better. So find good friends. I know it's kind of hard sometimes, but one thing that my mom used to tell me is that you want to be the type of people that, you want to be the type of people you want to attract, okay? So if you want to have good friends, then be a good friend. If you want to have people who are kind and service-oriented, then be that type of person, okay? And that is how you can attract and find friends. Okay. We have to focus on our goals and ambitions. Yes, Mohammed. Hello, Atif. I am a petroleum engineer. I have not heard of that career. Rahat goes to business school in London. Nice. Haley, if you post 110s at a week, it will be your big pleasant. What does that mean? Okay. Mary, I'm so glad you're writing this down. I really hope this helps, guys. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow everything on this list. I do need to work on some areas, like for distractions, there's one thing I really need to work on. But just from the things on this list that I have followed, I have noticed that I have been able to be a more successful person because of it. Farid said, competency and honesty go hand in hand. The former by itself is corruption. The latter by itself is failure. Success is with the two. Competency and honesty. Nice, Farid, sorry. Okay, Elalami. Hello there, I've been learning English for nearly 3 years, but I don't speak English. Can you advise me, please? I'm from Morocco. So I have heard this quite a few times where people are like, yeah, I've been learning English for so long, but I feel like I've not been improving. So here, I'm hoping that what I'm talking about today will help you to be able to implement into your life so that you can become better in English, okay? So hopefully this will help. How are you arranging a timetable for yourself? How about arranging a timetable for yourself? Yes, Razman. So we can actually talk about that. So number 6. Okay. Number 6 is to plan and make goals or make to-do lists, okay? So try and figure out what it is you want to accomplish. Again, going back to the first thing that we talked about, what are your commitments? What are things that you are committed to? Things that you want to improve yourself on? And then make a plan. So say you can make a short-term plan, a long-term plan, whatever you want to do, but just make a plan. A good thing that we always learned in school are to make SMART goals. If you guys know what SMART goals, it's an acronym. So it's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-oriented. Okay, so it's a goal that covers all of those 5 things, and we call it SMART goals. And so these goals help you to really be able to make a good goal, set good goals for yourself, okay? So, do you guys have any questions with that? Okay. If someone writes littered. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna hurry and talk about this and I'll answer your question, Asmul. So yes, establish a routine, okay? This is especially helpful if you're trying to learn a specific subject, or if you're just trying to be able to manage your time better, okay? So establish a routine. Say, in the morning, I'm going to get up and work out, and then I'm going to study for 2 hours, or then I'm going to eat a good breakfast and go to school, or go to work, okay? Having a routine and following that every single day will help you improve so much in whatever you're doing, okay? Yeah, and make goals, okay? That's what always make goals for yourself. So you can say, okay, this week I'm going to learn 100 new English words, okay? So then every day you just learn a bunch of English words until you get to 100, which is a good goal, but yeah. So just see what you can do, make goals for yourself, and that will help you to become more successful. Okay, Nazmul, what was your question? Dang it, did I lose it? Is the music too loud? Okay, Nazmul says, if someone writes a letter to you, how do you feel? Dude, I love letters. Letters are the best. It always makes me happy when I get a letter. Can you help me, please? Ahmed, I can try. That's what I'm trying to do. Mohammed says, I think the only way to improve speaking English is to speak with more and more people. That is so true, which is why the Hollow app is so awesome. Sultan, hello! Thank you so much for writing this down, Nazmul. Sorry, I will try and speak slower. Okie doke. Oh, Farid, you're too sweet. Okay. How can we build up vocabulary and daily routine? Okay, so a simple example is if, let's say, every morning you read the newspaper or you read through social media. A good thing that you can do is just to change everything to English, and then write down words that you don't know every time you read something, and then learn those words, and that can be adding to your vocabulary, okay? Can you give us free PDF about advanced conversation? Well, right now I do not have a free PDF about advanced conversation, but I will make note of that and maybe make one this week, okay? Advanced conversation. I can't maintain my routine. What can I do for that? Okay, Nazmul, this is hard because I am the exact same way. This is another thing that I need to work on. And so my suggestion for you is just to every single day at the end of the day say, okay, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to learn English? And just always be reminding yourself of why you committed to something. And hopefully that will help motivate you to say, okay, I want to learn English because I want to be able to communicate with people across the world. And so tomorrow I'm going to get up early and I'm going to study for 2 hours, okay? Yeah, building motivation is a big thing, along with commitment, like we talked about for number 1. And so whether that, just however you guys get motivated, however you guys get hyped or pumped up, just find your thing and do it. So an example is you could work out. Sometimes working out helps you to be pumped up and motivated to do things. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the camera. Thank you, Desmond, for sharing this, and for everyone else who has shared this. You guys are amazing. Should I memorize words or just practice them? Well, I would suggest memorizing them so you can use them in conversation, okay? Mustafa, I live in London. Nice. This is Jack Johnson music. I'm just playing his radio. Pronunciation. Harem says, my problem is pronunciation. Can you find a great way to solve my problem? Harem, I've done pronunciation videos if you want to go check those out. Hopefully those will help. Okay. So we just talked about that. Number 7. Is that what we're on? Okay, sorry, I'm trying to look at... Okay. Number 7 is to be persistent. Don't give up. So we were just talking about having a daily routine and don't give up on it, okay? And it can be really hard, but you just gotta keep pushing yourself, keep enduring, be persistent in your goals, okay? So if you're wanting to learn English, be persistent. Try and practice at least once a day, every single day. Whether that be reading an English article or having an English conversation or watching a video in English. Just do something every single day to maintain your English level and to hopefully be able to improve and to grow upon it, okay? Nazmul says, I'm very weak in reading. Well, that's okay. So try every day and make a goal on how you can improve your reading. So you could say, okay, so I'm weak at reading, so what can I do? Well, I can try and read more English books. I can try and listen to English books as I'm reading the English books so I can understand what words look like more, okay? But yeah, Nazmul, don't give up, hang in there. Yeah, guys, just hang in there. Everything will work out in the end if you just try your best. Everything will be okay. The slogan of John Cena, never give up, yo! Yes. Okay. Fadrid, how can I improve vocabulary? So yeah, I just talked about this. So every time you read a new word that you don't know, write it down and then go and learn what the word is. This will definitely help you with your learning new vocabulary, along with reading books. And again, reading books helps you to learn new vocabulary because books use so many different words that we usually don't use when English conversation, okay? Okay, so that was number 7. Now number 8, okay? Let's see. Number 8 is to learn from your mistakes, okay? A lot of the times we get too caught up when we make a mistake and we get so stressed out or so frustrated, but we really need to recognize that mistakes do help us learn and they do help us grow, okay? So let's say you were working on some project and it ends up being a big failure or it's a big mistake, okay? Well, at the end of the project, you could ask yourself, okay, well, why did this not work? What are things that I can do to improve this project so that the next time I am supposed to perform this again, I'm able to be more successful, okay? So successful people always look at failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. They don't look at failure as something that's negative. They look at failure as something that is required to help them learn and grow, okay? And I was actually looking at another conference that I went to with CEOs of different companies, they talked a lot about failure and how you need to not look at it as something that pulls you back or keeps you from doing something. It's actually something that helps you, and it's actually a required step in your journey, okay? So a lot of successful business people, they plan for failure, okay? They recognize that failure is inevitable. It's going to happen. And so you just got to embrace it and see how you can learn from it, okay? We grow and learn only by making mistakes. Perfect. Make a mistake and solve it by yourself. Sorry, I am so sorry. I will speak slower. I feel afraid to make live videos as a host. Nazmul, your live videos would be so great. You should do live videos for sure. And it is kind of scary, but the more you do it, the easier it will be. Harem says, I'll never give up till my English will be great like a native speaker. So that's my goal. Awesome goal, Harem. I like it. Never say never. Yes. Okay. Make from your mistakes steps to reach your goals. Yes, I like that. Don't be afraid when you have a mistake. Awesome. Farid, what's the difference between British English and American English? So they're pretty much the exact same, aside from a few different pronunciation. Obviously, British people have a different accent, so they say words differently than we do. Okay. And also, we have different words. Our vocabulary is slightly different. And so they call certain things differently than what we would call them. Does that make sense? So like for pants, like we call them jeans or pants, but British people usually call them trousers, okay? Harem said, if you don't make a mistake, then you can't learn more and more. Perfect. Mohammed said, listening to English radio looks a very effective way to improve your English skills. Nice suggestion, dude. Barros says, we fall so we will get back stronger. Guys, I love this. Sammy is taking IELTS test tomorrow. Good luck, Sammy. Everyone, let's wish him good luck. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm trying to answer questions in the comments, which is why I read through the comments. Okay. Right now, 100 people watching you. It's like having a big class. How do you feel about it? It's awesome. You guys are awesome, and I love talking to you guys and hearing your confidence. Okay. So was that number 8? Okay, so number 9 is to be patient. Okay? A lot of the times, we just want things to happen instantly. We want to be successful now. We want to be a native English speaker now. But we need to realize that big important things take a long time, okay? So the harder you have to work for something, the better the results you will get. And so for English, learning English, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be something that you can do in a month, okay? It's going to take a lot of time. You are going to have to sacrifice a lot of time in order for you to get better at English and to become a more successful English learner, okay? Fail big. Yes, Ismail. Hirsch said, today I woke up super excited, fully stimulated. After I gave 3 lectures, I was quite tired and 100% demotivated. Every day I remind myself with my goals. Hopefully I get supercharged again for tomorrow. Hirsch, that is awesome. Again, always keep your goals in mind, okay? Always have your end goal in mind, so you can always look to that when you're in a hard time. Talib said, if we want fluent English speaker, first of all, we will have to remove bad habits, which we are spending a lot of time. So when we succeed, So we succeed, remove bad habits automatically. Good habits enter our lives, so I think we can easily focus and study well. Perfect. You guys are awesome. I love all these comments. Seeing films is a way to prove more and more words in English slangs, etc. As a learner for English language, we should practice English every day. Perfect. Yes, practice with Hollow. Perfect, Nazmul. Yes, Hollow is the best way to practice if we're talking about English. Okay, it's better late than never, so be patient. Ganim said, patient. Step by step goes fair. Ismail says, dreams without goals are just dreams. Perfect. Razman said, English is not something that we can be completed or reached the end. We should make English life, an organ of our bodies which transmits blood, and let it die as we die. Nice. That's a cool analogy. Any recommendations regarding the PTE test? I have no clue what the PTE test. Practice. Study as much as you can. That will definitely help. By the way, how can we make able to speaking English with English speaker? So Farid, on the Hollow app, we have a few native English speakers that do live videos, just like I do here on Facebook. And so that is one way that you can be able to watch English native speakers. But if you're focused on trying to talk to an English native speaker, speaking English with an English speaker. Oh, so the Hollow app actually is the way to do that. So they connect an English speaker with another English speaker, and then they can have a conversation together. Okay. Another one. Okay, so this is our last, number 10, the 10th tip. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so number 10 is to get a mentor or get someone who can help you along the way. So for English, a great thing is to look to us teachers for improvement and for lessons. But if you have a job, look to your boss and be able to ask him questions if you have any concerns. Always having someone who can tell you what you can do to improve helps a ton, or someone who can tell you how to be successful as they are. That's very important, okay? So get a mentor, whether it be even your parents, because they're more wise because they have lived longer, because everyone can contribute in some way to help you in your journey. Yeah, talk with people, make you good at English. Harem says, every day I'm watching movies for 1 to 2 hours per day. Do you think it's a good way to improve my English? Harem, I think to a certain extent, movies are good to help you improve your English because they teach you a lot of good English slang that we use, or phrasal verbs, or just different phrases that we use. However, I would try not to only watch movies. I would also try and work on your reading and your speaking as well. Okay? Nazmul says to get a mentor. If I take you as my mentor, what do you want to say? I want to say that you guys are all awesome. You guys are so capable of doing so much. So way to go. And it's so awesome that you're here and trying to learn English. That just shows that you are committed to learning English. And I know that if you guys are committed to something, that you guys can achieve it. So just keep going, keep persevering, keep enduring. You guys got this, okay? So if you guys have any questions or anything you wanted to say, okay, so let's talk about what Brunley said. Oh, that just splashed everywhere. Brunley said, Haley, honestly, don't you ever feel like you can't do something or you're lost and somehow these ways that you mentioned don't work for you? And the answer is yes. There are some times, and I'm sure we have all gone through this, where we feel like work or school or home life is just too much, and you ask how am I supposed to be able to do everything that I'm supposed to do, okay? Which can be hard. It is hard, and it just comes with life. Um, so in answer to your question, Brunley, um, there are times where things are too much, but you just need to learn how to take a break. Taking breaks are a great way to help you so you don't become burnt out. And then also just to be able to get back up, right on and keep going and keep pushing forward, okay? So just realize that there are going to be times where you become too stressed out, or life just becomes too much. So I think a good way is just to take a break from everything and to restart, okay? Recharge your batteries. Okay, so if we have any... Okay, so now let's talk to people, okay? So whoever would like to talk... Oh, Brunley Poldark, let's see. I want to hear what you have to say about this. So let's see if we can turn up the volume. Okay, sweets all the way. Hello. How's it going? Do you want to introduce yourself? Yes. Can you hear me? Dude, I'm so sorry. The connection's crazy. Dang it. We'll talk again later, okay? Brunley, Resman, I suggest you talk about how to be a good English teacher next time, since there are man English foreign teachers. Okay, I can do that. I will make a note of that too. How to teach. So just some things that I would say, because I am, um, my videos are more geared towards people who are trying to learn English. So for those who are teaching English, way to go. First of all, that's awesome, and that's so cool that you guys are doing that. Another thing is I would just really focus on what the class needs. So it really depends on if you're teaching a beginner class or an advanced level class of English. It really does depend on what you're going to teach. But just make sure your class is understanding what you're saying. And again, ask the class to ask questions to you, because that will help you to know what you need to teach. And that is how I learn what you guys want me to teach, okay? Is from you guys telling me. Alex, we can bring you on. And then Resman, we can talk to you too.
Hello.
Hey man, what's up?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yes, it's cool. Yep.
Uh, we're
Yes.
talking about motivation or how to become successful. So I just want to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes. I think it is individual. For example, may you have lots of ways to improve your life, to be happy, I mean it. For example, for some people, happiness is to learn English, and for some others, to have a beautiful family. I mean, a warm family. Yes, it is. So now I wanted to tell you how to be happy in your life, how to get success, your time.
Dang it, Alex.
I mean, yep,
Your voice is coming in and out. I think the connection's really bad.
my
We can't really
connection.
understand what you're saying.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you definitely.
Okay, good. Sorry, we can't hear everything you're saying. So it's kind of hard to understand what you're saying. Should we try again
Oh,
later, or is
yeah.
something?
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Alex.
No problem.
Okay, well, it's nice to see you again. We'll talk to you
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye-bye. Dang it. I wish I could talk to everyone, but sometimes the connection just really doesn't work, and so I can't understand what they're saying. We'll try, Ganim. Did that work? Dang it. Ganim and Rezman, it's not letting me add you. Dang it, guys. I know, I'm sorry about your guys' internet too. I wish I could talk to you guys. Okay. Muhammad.
Hello,
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, my name is Mohanad. I study English language University of Baghdad. The next year, I will become the fourth state. The last year in my study, and after my graduated, I thinking and overthinking to travel abroad like United States in order to take a master degree in English language. Just this.
Nice. Dude, way to
Mhm.
go. You
Yes.
have a lot of awesome goals.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're just been talking about how to become successful. So I just want to hear your thoughts. What has helped you to strive to become successful or to have become successful?
I'm so sorry, I can't hear you. What you said?
I was just Yes, how have you been able to become successful or to be on the path to success?
Mhm. Yes, so your voice isn't clear, but I think I understand your question. So, how to be successful in your life? So, just to be hopeful and just to believe every day will be a new day. And yes, just I believe every day will be a new day. Hello,
It will
can you
be
hear
a
me?
day. I like that. No, I like that. That was awesome. Well, cool. Oh, okay, bye. Um, I'm sorry, Brunley. Should we try one more time? We can try one more time. Her hairstyle changed again. It did. Best done. I do see your comment. Talib, we went through all of my tips, so now I'm just gonna talk to people about it, okay? Um, so now we're just gonna hear about what everyone else has to say. If you want to be successful, you have to believe in yourself. Mar, I completely agree. Half of being successful is you believing that you can do things. Okay, Wally, we can talk. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Hello, how are you? Good?
I'm doing
Everything is
great.
going well here. What about you?
Doing great as well. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. My name is Wali. I'm from Afghanistan, but I
Nice.
have been here in France since 3 years. Yeah,
Nice.
that's it.
Sweet. Well,
I
cool.
hope everybody is going well here.
Yeah, dude, me too. I hope everyone's doing good too.
Yeah, that's it. And you, I don't know. You didn't introduce yourself, do you know? That's
Oh,
my first time to participate
oh,
in
it is your
your
first
live
time.
here. Yeah,
Sweet.
that's the first time.
Sweet. Well, my name is Haley. I am a teacher here for Hollow, and I live in the United States. I was born and raised, still living in the United States. Um, yeah, that's me. I'm currently studying at university right now. I'm thinking of majoring in psychology, so that's my goal right now. But yeah, love and life, man. No complaints.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I hope Everything is going well, but in here we're gonna talk something else. I have already saw your topic at the
Mm-hmm.
top, what you have right in here for discussion, and
Yeah.
that's it. 10 ways of success in life. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's it's easy. It's easy, but if someone tries, it's easy if
Mm-hmm.
someone tries. Life is just an example. We have to pass it. We have to pass it, and we have to try. We have to struggle with the different kinds of problems of the life. We face every kinds of problems. These are the conditions of life, but we have to struggle.
Yes.
Everything is possible in this world. Everything is possible in this world. Everything has a spatial solution.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes people feel something else when they face some kinds of problems. But no, we have to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Struggle is only the solution for every kinds of things. If
Yeah.
someone wants to try to get something in life, that's it. For example, I'm gonna just share a little bit informations with the guys right here, who watch it
Yeah.
live here. I'm from Afghanistan. I'm from Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
First, when I was there in Afghanistan, the situation of Afghanistan, it's clear for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
even in media, those who don't have information about Afghanistan, about the security situations of Afghanistan, about the economical situations of Afghanistan, but we have struggled with every kinds of problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we are working for humanity. Now we are working for humanity. We're working for the development of the world. We we try to be a special part of the world. For example, in today's world, this is a modern life and a modern world today. But we tried. We have faced many kinds of problems.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't raise our hands to the problems. That we didn't say that we're tired. No, we have to be ahead. We have to go ahead. We should not stay back. We should not. I don't know how to explain it. We
No,
came
that
to,
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, we came to Europe. We came to Europe by walking from Afghanistan up to France here.
Mm-hmm.
Our trip has taken 6 months. That's it. In here, in here, we have done every kinds of things for our life. We get our targets of our life. We have a spatial life in 2 years. In two
Dang.
years, yeah.
Wow.
And after I started French courses and the French language, it's really complicated. It's not like English. The grammar
Mm-hmm.
is also not like the English grammar.
Yeah.
It's really different and it's complicated, and the pronunciation is also so hard.
Yeah.
But if you try it, you will feel something else.
Mm-hmm.
The first time when we came here in the first 2 months, it was really hard just to speak and face with the people here after we try to learn something, vocabularies and some sentences. And right now, I can fluently French also.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I learned French in 4 months. When I faced some French people here, they say they often ask me how you speak and how did you learn French in 4 months. That's why we haven't seen people. We haven't met different kinds of people from different countries here. They have been here since 10 years, but even they cannot speak just for 10 minutes. That's why
Dang.
I'm just trying to inform the guys who watch the radio, our live radio. Everything is possible if you try.
Mm-hmm.
If you try, and if you if you choose if you choose the target of your life and have a strong decision in your life, everything is gonna be possible, and everything is
Yeah.
possible. Now we're here. We are so happy here. We meet different kinds of people here, and especially one more thing. I'm gonna mention it here. That's English. English.
Mm-hmm.
I have a British accent also. I have an American accent also. You know, when I talk to
Uh,
American people, I'm not trying to use my hardest accent with Americans people. You know,
yeah, yeah.
and here in Paris, in Paris, I have faced many kinds of American people. When I talk to them, they often say that, "Hi, what do you? How did you learn? How do you learn the accent? How do you pronounce the words?" I say that is me, you know, that's me who has already tried. But we in here we have faced many kinds of problems. We have lost memories and we have lost many kinds of words of English language. Now I'm trying again to be someone again, you know, to be someone in
Yeah.
English also. And that's it. But the people who think negative here, you know, about themselves, and about their language, about their pronunciation, about their vocabulary, about their memory, about their mind, about their mentality. No, it's completely wrong, you know. We have to
Mhm.
try, you know.
Yeah.
We have yeah, we have to try. We have to trust ourselves. We have to trust ourselves, you know. It's just language. It's not a science, you know. It's not a science. It's just language. We have
Yeah.
to try to find something. We have to try to find the first way of this language, you know, how to enter to this language. When you find the first way of this language, after you're gonna try to continue up to the end of this language, you know.
Hmm.
That's it. But yeah, I'm
Dude,
really
that was
happy to
awesome.
talk to you. I'm really happy to
Yeah.
talk to you. That's why I'm working in the night shift. You know, in the night shift, I just leave for 5 and 6 hours, and with the different kinds of problems of the life here. You know, we're single. We don't have families here,
Uh-huh.
and that's it. You know, the life of European people and also in American. And the life of American people in USA, in the United States, you know, it's really a busy life. And in here, we are new here. We are new
Yep.
with this life, and everything is gonna be possible, and everything is possible. Everybody should try it, you know, to do something for humanity and also for the world. This is just a language, you know. It's easy.
Yes, dude. No, I loved hearing your story. That was so awesome. And that went perfectly with our lesson. So I'm so glad we could talk to you.
Yeah,
I'm
me
so
too.
sorry, but I do got to bring on the next person. But seriously, Wally, it was so nice to hear your story, and that was really awesome. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, one more thing I have to mention here. You know, the first time when I arrived here to France, I started working uh, with societies, with solidarities here. You know, who were
Hmm.
helping with refugees on the street here in Paris.
Hmm.
They were asking me. There were some girls, you know, members of the solidarity. They were asking me, how did you arrive to France here? You know, when I was explaining the story of my trip from Afghanistan up to France, up to Europe here, you know,
Uh-huh.
they were trying to ask me again and again. After I was telling them, please stop it. I cannot explain you the one problem. You know, there are many problems. There are many memories of my life, and there are many memories of my trip, bad and good. I cannot. It needs a book, you know. A
Yeah.
book should be written about my life, you know, from Afghanistan just up to France right here, you know. It's
Yeah.
long story. It's long. We have many many memories of our trip up to France from Afghanistan, but it's really good, you know. I'm so
Nice.
happy. I'm so happy of my
We
life, and I'm so happy to meet different kinds of people here in France, close to
awesome,
Eiffel
Wally.
Tower.
That's awesome. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry, dude, but we do got to bring on the next person. But it was so nice to talk to
yeah.
you.
We will talk. We will talk.
Okay.
We will talk.
Yeah.
It's great to talk to you. Have a
Okay.
good time. Enjoy
Goodbye,
your time.
Wally. See ya.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Um. Okay. Dude, that was awesome. We got to hear a story on how he was able to be successful, go from a super hard time into go to what is now. Resman, Redman. Woohoo!
Hello,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm doing so great.
Good. I'm very delighted to talk to you.
Do you have headphones?
Actually, right now I don't have it.
Okay, that's okay. Well,
Do you have any
do
problem?
you have any questions? Yes. Do you have a story on how you were able to be successful?
In order to be successful, first of all, you gotta know your dream. You have to know your aim. What's your aim? And also, what does it take? What do you have to do in order to get this aim? For example, if your aim is to learn English, you have to search about English language. Firstly, you have to know what it is, and also after this, you have to know how can you learn English. What steps do you have to take in order to be successful? Otherwise, you will be confused, and I think you can do nothing. Also, after that, you have to be self-confidence. You gotta believe in yourself. Uh, if you don't believe in yourself, then there will be no motivation, and you can do nothing in order to get this aim. And this is my thought about um, how to be successful.
Dude, I totally agree. Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
It's definitely important.
It's definitely important.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. That's all we have time for.
That's all we have time for, but
Leave
you
your
just put
comments.
us more with your comments.
We
So
really
awesome. We really appreciate
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
that. Thank you.
that. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Nice to talk to you. Bye bye.
It was nice to talk to you too, Resman. Sorry. I know, guys. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I really hope that you are able to learn something and hopefully apply this to your life to help you guys be more successful in whatever you guys are doing. So let me know. I want to hear about your success stories. I loved hearing about Wali's success story. So if any of you guys have stories on how you went from a place that was hard or went through a trial or a mistake and were able to become successful from it, I would be really interested to hear stories about that. So let me know in the comments and I will read through them and let you know what I think. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the Holo app, okay? Woo-hoo! Okay, bye, guys!